Morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, hope you're alright. So this week's vlog, I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to be talking about how do we find time to photograph, vlog, all that stuff. And we've all got full-time jobs, 40 hours plus and all that jazz. So I figured I'll just go through my process, my inspirations, all that stuff to get me out there and keep me shooting. Start off with my first example this morning. So I set off, all intents and purposes, to do this video, this vlog. Head out of Manchester at the moment. I'm quite liking, I'm embracing the darkness that is in the winter, and I figured I'll get there early, do this vlog, take some photos at the same time and mix it all together. However, when I set off, it was snowing. So my usual 1 hour commute turned into a 2 hour commute, and from then on my day changed. So I guess my number one tip I try and constantly tell myself so I don't get too stuck on it is whatever I've planned out for the week, oh my god, I've got to be so flexible, because I don't know, meetings that are booked in, sometimes I don't get lunch, things like that. I find it really difficult, so I tend to try and stick to where the most consistent. So for me, it's before work, so I make sure I get in a little bit earlier. But if sometimes like today it's snowing, then I make sure I do it on my lunch like now. So I think that's number one thing I do, try to be flexible, stick to some sort of rule, keep me inspired, but really realise I don't beat myself up if I can't do certain things. So what I've started doing is, if I've got a vlog that I try and get out every 2 weeks, I've tried to start doing a vlog maybe like a week earlier. Like on the Monday, and then I've got a few different days. If one doesn't go right, I've got little backups and I'm not stressing myself out. Yeah, so number two, I'd say for me, it's about setting themes or targets for me to do. I do like targets, I like themes, it's always how it works, but I keep them a lot vaguer than I would in my work or professional life, to be honest. So I'll give you an example. For me, last week, I had a bit of a blip and I wasn't feeling too good. I can't explain it, it's just who I am. It wasn't because I was stressed or anything, it wasn't because of home or work, it was just, fortunately for me, my mood does go up and down. So I just put the camera down, didn't feel like going out. But what I did do is one lunchtime, just went to walk around Chinatown, just to get some fresh air, and I just had this idea, you know what, it's Chinese New Year, oh, it'd be good to just get some different shots of Chinatown. And lo and behold, before I'd even thought about it, I'd seen all these patterns, I wanted to take photos. I wouldn't allow myself my camera. Went around the day after without my camera, did exactly the same, and I built up this drive inside me to be like, right, I want to go out and take photos now. I've not allowed myself to take photos because the day before I didn't want to. And then yeah, that's it, boom, I got a good drive, whipped back out to Chinatown and got all the photos that hopefully you've seen on Instagram. That helped really a lot, and I do that a lot, particularly with my street stuff. If I'm not feeling it, I'll go walking and I'll look without the camera, because it's amazing how many times you want to pick up your camera then, and suddenly I feel like you get it back. So that's a big tip for me. I guess if you're out there and you're struggling, you want to do something different like that, then go for it. Now, so for me, with the themes that ties in with that is then when I usually think of an idea, just for my Instagram profile, I like to try and do 2 or 3 photos, ideally 3, and then go with there, and then always get 3 photos each week on Instagram and keep things, going and keep the content going. So yeah, that's what I did last week, and it worked perfectly. I spent 2 days I wanted to get out so bad. The day before that, I really was worried that I wasn't going to want to go out for weeks, but it happens and I'm all good. So that's what I thought. Number 3 is keep flexible and actually embrace a bit of challenge. So I love landscapes. If anyone said to me, what would you want to do? For me, it would be out in the countryside, outdoors, taking photos, sunrise, sunset, all that. That would be my ideal thing. However, it's just not possible in my life. I get sometimes on the weekends, but majority of the time, the only time I really have is either lunchtime or before work. That's it. And then sometimes on a weekend if I can squeeze out before, family time. And I think that's important. So for me, I've really embraced street photography over the last sort of 3, 4, 5 months, and really worked on looking at other artists, what inspires me, and then really worked on doing a different style of photography. And I think it's going to help, well, it has to help overall, but that way, it really, really helps me. Combined with the themes thing and trying to challenge myself, I really think it pushes you out of your comfort zone and makes you think a bit differently. And I just think all around it will make you an all-round better photographer. Now, I have my own principles with street photography, my own ethics, if you like, that I go with, so I do it a bit differently, and some probably won't even call it street photography, but that's what I like to do. I like to try and find bits of beauty, if you like, from mundane daily shots. And what I found with that is by embracing the change. If you're you're the same and you love landscapes and you just want to create landscape photography, but you just don't have time for it, maybe just accept that for yourself for now. You will find time eventually, but in the meantime, keep, you know, at the end of the day, practice makes perfect, I mean, and there's no substitute for just getting out and shooting. So if you're like me and you work in a town, a city, and actually you wanted to shoot landscapes, then maybe just embrace a little bit of getting out in your town, taking photos on your lunch if that's the only time you've got, going beforehand. If it's in the winter and it's pitch black and peeing down, embrace it. I've actually grown to love shooting now before work when it's dark, and I'm actually a little bit upset that it's going to get light soon, because I've really embraced all like the light reflections off the sidewalk, off the pavement. If you know, if it's raining, all the different light colours, I'm really loving that. So for me, that's something that's really changed over the last 3 months. And then when I do go to landscapes, I do see some things differently. I see colours a lot different than I used to a year ago. So I'm hoping when I do get a bit of time next month, when the sunrise should be early and I'll get out before the girls are up, I'll look at things differently and actually embrace it a little bit more, maybe cherish that moment a bit more as well. So I guess, yeah, that's it really. They're my 3 rules that I stick with. It's nothing out of the ordinary, it's nothing major, but I was hoping maybe if I put it out, one, I'll talk through my process, and then maybe, you never know, might inspire some people. If not, well, it's another good vlog for me anyway. Last point then before I jump into the video is, I have an hour commute every day to work, at least, and I do visualise an awful lot of what I want to do, so I'm going to try and put this into practice today. So today I spent the last hour in the car, and today I'm feeling like I want to take pictures of, because it's quite dark, I want to be looking at things like, I don't know, reflections off the pavement, little colours of red from the brake lights, all that type of stuff. And this is the thing that's sort of my last, I guess, not even tip, because these aren't tips, this is just what I do, and seeing if anyone takes any inspiration from it. But basically, yeah, I sit in a car for an hour and think, what do I want to do today? Oh, it's raining, it's dark, let's get out, let's take some photos of, yeah, maybe people walking, so I'm picturing like, just not telling stories, but you know, with really simple photos like people walking through puddles and the reflection of the lights, getting nice patterns, or little triangles in the pictures, you know, things like that. So I guess that's my last thing really. I'm big on it anyway. I really do think through everything that I'm doing rather than write things down. And it's the way that I actually get things out. So yeah, I sit there for now, I plan it all out, and I come to take the photos and see whether I actually get them. Let's jump straight into the video then. Let's actually see if I put all that sort of rubbish I've just been talking about into practice.